Hi spooky friends, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. If you're stumbling upon this video because you're looking for some spooky books to read during the season but you're not sure where to start and you're not really a horror reader, then I think this is the video for you. So I've put together a few of my favourite spooky books that aren't necessarily horrific, but they have a sense and a feel for the season. It's got autumnal vibes. You also have a little sprinkle of Halloween or Samhain in there. So I guess I'm just going to get straight into it with my recommendations for spooky books for non-horror readers. The first one is a middle grade. I recently just read it and it is Pumpkins Possessed by AJ Stein. This book was really quick to read. It is only about 70 to 80 pages long, so it's a really short novella that is centered around a farmer who is a pumpkin farmer, and their pumpkins kind of come to life, and this pumpkin is terrorizing a kid, and it is following the story developing from there. It is a lovely, heartwarming story. As an adult it's not scary, but if you are kind of younger it probably will seem a little bit scary. But it was a comfort read. It screamed Halloween and it had such autumnal vibes with the whole pumpkin patch element, and yeah, it was cute and cozy and a perfect book for the spooky season if you don't want something terrifying. The next book I would recommend is Carn in the Cornfield by Adam Caesar. Carn in the Cornfield recently just came out as a movie as well, so I would suggest reading or watching this. There is a mascot for the town's corn factory who comes to life and starts terrorizing the townspeople, and yeah, it's a slasher. It's got a lot of fun small town tropes and it's overall a really terrifyingly autumnal book. I really enjoyed reading it. It was such a fun time. It is a trilogy of books, so if you do enjoy the first one, I would suggest picking up the others because the story does develop and it's really interesting to see how that mob mentality grows over the series. So Carn in the Cornfield is definitely a good book for my non-horror readers to pick up during Halloween because it does have those spooky elements. It's a clown and clowns are terrifying usually, so yeah, it does feel like the perfect read over Halloween. My next suggestion isn't a book that is set on Halloween or in autumn, and it doesn't really have a monster as such. So this is kind of like a rogue suggestion, but I thought it was an incredible read, and it is called Crypt of the Moon Spider by Nathan Ballingard. This Crypt of the Moon Spider is a short novella that is set on the moon, where there is a silk that can be used to fix someone's mental illness, essentially. This one is a weird cosmic horror that has a lot of body horror in there, but I think it would be a really good introduction for non-horror readers, especially during this spooky season, because it is so short. You're not sat in the horrific scenes for too long, but it is such a good way to be introduced to the world of horror. My next recommendation would be Something Wicked This Way Comes by Ray Bradbury. I absolutely love this book. It is a very autumnal, cozy, spooky book. It is very fast-paced as well. I will say it's a good, quick read that if you're not really someone who dabbles into horror that much, you could easily read this book and I think enjoy it. And similarly, his other book, The Halloween Tree, I love dearly. It's one of my favorite Halloween books of all time. It's following a group of friends who jump between portals in time where Halloween, Samhain is significant, and it is terrifying but also wholesome and warm. And I think books that have that cozy, warm feeling is perfect during this spooky season or just in autumn in general. My next recommendation will be Mina and the Undead by Amy McCall. It is set in New Orleans, so it does have like that spooky feel already, and we're following Mina, who encounters vampires, and it goes on a journey to figure out what exactly is going on and kind of solving the vampire problem and all of the deaths that surround her. I really love this story because, again, similar to my other recommendations, it has a wholesome, warm feel because it does focus on friendship, but it does have your spookiness because of the vampires and the murders and the death. So I really do believe Mina and the Undead would be an incredible read for my non-horror readers. It is also a trilogy, so I would highly suggest picking up the other books as well if you enjoyed Mina and the Undead. My last recommendation would be The Pale House Devil by Richard Cadre. The Pale House Devil is another short novella that is full of comedic lines. We have a friendship between two PIs, one is alive and one is undead. They solve cases together as this comedic PI duo, and it's just an incredible read. I really loved the chemistry between our characters in this story, and I feel like that is the pinnacle of spooky reads, when you have a friendship that is so core to the story with sprinkles of supernatural. Really makes for the perfect blend of a story for this season. The Pale House Devil also has a sequel, which I just read, The Flesh King. It comes out I think in October, but I will correct myself over here if I am incorrect. Both of them are incredible books that I would highly suggest picking up during this spooky season. Those are my quick fire spooky recommendations for my non-horror readers. Let me know in the comments if you have any other suggestions that would be perfect for people who don't enjoy horror but kind of want to dabble a little bit into the spooky content this month. With that, I'm going to end the video here and just suggest that you subscribe and stick around for more recommendations coming very, very soon. Thank you so much for watching, and I guess until next time, keep your pages turning and embrace the darkness. Bye!